Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Kick-Around Kingdom, where again, my ship came back. Apparently we got some loot here. Anyway, welcome back to Kick-Around Kingdom. We're going to be rolling back into the Cookie Odyssey because I thought it'd just be nice to do before this big Shadow Milk update comes out, because you may not notice, over the past few days, we've been having this thing happen, which is the Beast Yeast Countdown, where just for the past couple days, apparently we get to pierce into this thing, and it gives us 300 crystals every time, but this time it's going to give us something interesting, as it says here. Know this. Your whole life is a lie. Filled with deceit. So, from what I know, when there's like 1 day or 2 days left of this, which it says it's 2 days, so I'm assuming 1 day, the eyes are going to be opening. And then after the eyes open, something bad's going to happen after that. Something bad is going to happen. But with that being said, what we're going to be focusing on now, which, by the way, I do have the gift month thing. Let me take that. But we're going to be focusing on the Cookie Odyssey because, you know, it'd be nice to focus more on that because, you know, I still got Kick-Around filler videos to make. Like, filler. But, whatever. With that being said, while I go ahead and do this, I'm going to be seeing if I can read comments from the video. And the winner is Grand Cookie Games Ending, where I know my attitude wasn't the best during that, but still trying my hardest, you know. But if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below with this video for me to read on the, you know, future videos and stuff like that, feel free to do so. It can be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. And last time that we left off, well, let's just say we saw some interesting details that I really love to talk about later on, but it does kind of depend if we actually focus on, you know, those at a later point. But we have to first go to Manor Oyster, so we may as well go ahead and do that, which costs 30 plenty. Oh my gosh. 30? Don't get me wrong, I know I have 999 plus, but like 30's a lot to start off with. Let's just do it anyway.
Greetings, Consul. Your request for an audience was received. I have been awaiting your arrival. Our matron awaits. Please, follow me.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Matters of state must be keeping you quite occupied, and yet you have requested an audience. Or perhaps you wished for another cup of tea?
Indeed. I very much enjoyed the tea served during my last visit. I was wondering if I could ask for another.
Of course, young Consul. I shall have a cup of tea as well.
Yes, madam.
Now then, what really brought you here today? What is it you wish to discuss?
To be frank, it is about magic candy. Espresso Cookie has succeeded in its creation, but it can only be safely wielded by him alone. The ingredients used in this receptacle must resonate with the user's soul itself. To create exponentially more, we need a simpler solution. Magic candies made of pearls. The pearls of House Oyster are of the finest quality, iridescent and perfect. Are they not? What's more, pearls are resilient. They would be able to harness the energy of Soul Jam safely. I propose we use pearls as receptacles to house a portion of Soul Jam's power. Pearl candies, so to speak.
Pearls and candy, you say? It sounds breathtaking already.
Which is why I ask for your aid, Elder Oyster Cookie. The reason for my visit is to request access and usage of your house's significant supply of pearls.
Pearls are indeed magnificent things of beauty, aren't they? And House Oyster's pearls are from the clearest and deepest of waters on Earthbread. You stand to gain much if you succeed in making these so-called pearl candies. But what have I to gain? Do not take this the wrong way, but I am from a house of merchants and traders. One must make ends meet somehow.
If we succeed in creating pearl candies, then the guards of House Oyster will be the very first to receive them. A Pearl Legion. A force that matches the strength of the ancient heroes themselves. Your house will gain much power, especially over the other 8 houses of the Crim Republic.
To hear such a proposal from one of House Custard, I never thought I'd see the day. You always did have a plan in mind, didn't you, young consul? Though I suspect you always had your reasons.
Why did the music stop?
I merely wish to bring our world into a new era. A strong, free republic. One that can withstand the tests of time. Greater than the kingdoms of old.
We of the sea have lived in these lands for generations, but those of butter and sugar showed up and began sauntering about as if they owned these lands. With pearl candies, that balance of power may shift significantly. I simply cannot wait to see those silky buttered faces turn sour. What a sight it will be. Oh, even just a mere glimpse of such a scene fills me with anticipation. Very well. I accept your proposal. The pearls and guards of House Oyster are available for your plans.
Thank you, Elder Oyster Cookie. You will not be disappointed.
I swear, with a sudden music shift right there, it really makes you think, what the heck should be... Who the plumber were we even rooting for? Like, I guess, primarily, the best people that we could be rooting for is, like, you know, Ginger Brave, you know, Wildberry, Crunch Chip, and all that stuff, because the Plumbing Creme Republic is just such it's the most suspicious place on this plumbing earth. Bread. Like, seriously, like, it doesn't seem like there's not many places that you can really trust around here. Especially, like, when half of them are, like, backstabbers, the other half are, like, filled with people who are just want to use the other houses for their own benefit. Like, it really just seems like that. You know, you're all houses, right? Aren't you all supposed to just live finely in this plumbing republic? What if there's, like, a power imbalance? I don't know, but before we go on, because that was kind of a long cutscene, there are some comments I do want to read, like one from Carrie the Melodious Gamer saying, "Not sure if I can play it, but I'm curious about the story of the Cookie Run Darkest Night after learning David K voices Darkest Lord Cookie. He voiced a lot of characters from childhood shows, like Sesumaru from Inuyasha, a lot of Transformers characters, like Megatron, and the Unicorn Trilogy, and Optimus from the animated, and Clay and Chase from Shaolin Chronicles, and also I just learned he voiced Duckworth from the DuckTales 2017 remove. Well, hopefully he's, like, still performing good voice acting for the Darkest Night. I hope that the Darkest Night is still being worked on, because, honestly, it seems like a fun game. I do have the game, and of course I do want to play it. I just need to find, you know, time to do that. I don't know, but that'll be happening in the future. And also, I'm Alice of the Comments saying, I just want to imagine what will be the interaction between Hype Cookie and Yellow Plum. Probably not good. Needless to say, it's probably going to be very chaotic. I don't even want to think about that. That sounds too scary for me to think. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. We can either go to Manor Oyster once again, which takes only 13, or we can go to the Institute of Thaumaturgy, taking 26. Pretty sure Manor Oyster won't be too heavily story-related, since it only takes, you know, less quills. But we're probably going to have to do our own voice acting, since, you know, the less important cutscenes take more quills. No, they take less quills. What am I saying? This blend you have prepared is quite exquisite. Exquisite. I suck at speaking today. This blend you have prepared is quite exquisite. I cannot help but keep wanting for more. Its rich and deep flavors are calming. I'm glad you like it. It's quite special, you see. House Oyster's little secret, if you will. Here, have some more. We have more than enough oyster shells, after all. Now then, what's this about a strong, free republic? Ah, yes. Allow me to elaborate. On the surface, everyone is free here. In the Republic, everyone wears a smile on their face. Everything works like finely tuned clockwork. But I believe that there is unknown fear that's haunting our people. Fear of the Dark Flower War back in the Vanilla Kingdom, and fear between the two irreconcilable factions of our society. A place open to everyone, yet controlled by few. There are those who reign over the masses with power and wealth gained through nurturing fear in the hearts of the cookies. These cookies in power can eat whatever jelly they wish, and they do not fret about the dough growing stale. But the world outside the Republic is changing. New kingdoms and nations are rising as we speak, and we're against a grave threat. Dark Enchantress Cookie. How long do you think the Republic will last in these turbulent times? I believe that we need a new force that will protect ourselves. Well. I see that you're quite different from your predecessors. Yes, you're the youngest and freshest to become consul, but even so. In fact, I've always wondered where you've set your sights on. But hearing you today, you've definitely piqued my interest. I look forward to seeing where your leadership brings our republic. Thank you. Now, shall we have another cup of tea? Perfect for today's weather. Basically the stuff I've been trying to ask, like, where does the leadership lie? It does seem like, obviously, Clouded Cream does have good intentions, but, like, you know, it's hard because you gotta mix it between, like, you know, the freedom of the cookies, there's the wealth, and there's also, like, cookies who are outside the kingdom, you know, outside the Blooming Crumb Republic. Yeesh, that's gonna be a lot to hassle. Before we go on, just gonna read some few comments, like, there's one from Ariane Funhouse. Wait, was that Ariane Funhouse? No, that's someone else. I just assumed, I know, because I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of Smart and Spiral, that's my bad. Smart and Spiral left a comment saying, last time people wanted to get Shadow Milk Cookie as playable character since the 3rd anniversary released, we have finally come. He's now playable in the 4th anniversary. I've seen the news in Kikkoran Kingdom Korean live stream. Yeah, that makes sense. I think there's some live streams where there's sometimes, you know, they're going to show off some earlier stuff than what we're used to seeing. Anyway, Mortem also left a comment saying, question of the day, snow? It's just flooding outside. I miss walking. You know what? I miss walking too. Then again, it's a good thing that I have like one of those internal, like, you know, bike pedal things that I can just like lose weight on. Cookie Runner 11 also left a comment saying, wait, Triple Triumph? Yes, that's who won. And Mech Force also left a comment saying, yeah, 1246, I feel like bro actually said the F word but kept his composure at the last second. Oh, I was getting there. I was really getting there. But luckily, I just composed it because, like, I knew I didn't want demonetization to go ahead and destroy me. I decided to keep a nice, cool, just a calm, reasonable reaction, which was still filled with anger and rage. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the Institute of Thaumaturgy, because we're probably going to get some more like, magic candy research done there.
Good news, everyone. I have procured an ample supply of pearls.
Wow! There's so many!
And all in perfect condition! These must be worth a fortune.
Find a way to transfer the power of Soul Jam into these pearls. Do not hesitate to spare any. Espresso Cookie? I hope these will suffice.
Consul, Clotted Cream Cookie, I believe I cannot.
Huh?
May I remind you that the ingredients used to create a magic candy must resonate with the user's soul.
Espresso Cookie, our republic is on the brink of war. We have no idea where or when Dark Enchantress Cookie will strike. There is no time to spare in a treasure hunt for perfect ingredients en masse.
I do not wish to see my research and invention bring harm to other cookies.
As Consul of the Crim Republic, I order you to begin creating pearl candies.
I will not. This research is too significant to be utilized in such a manner. I cannot allow my research to be tarnished.
Then we stand at a crossroads. It is nigh impossible to persuade one with such an adamant opinion. It was an honor to monitor your research and progress, Espresso Cookie. But I believe our paths diverge here. Your efforts will not be forgotten. The next phase of our experiments will proceed without you. Now then, esteemed researchers of the Institute, it is your turn to spearhead the project. Please proceed with creating pearl candies.
Well, this is awkward.
Golly, what do we do?
Did they just fire Espresso? Why? That did not need to happen. And plus, what do you mean, like, okay, I understand, like, the pearls, I guess that makes sense, but, like, don't the pearls just have to be a shell? Just to, like, contain the powers of magic candy? Like, can't the main ingredient, like, be added later? It's, like, why? It was all running like clockwork. It was all going too well. Okay, well, that's stupid. Well, we have two other choices. We can either go back to Plumbing Mansion Custard, not House Custard, which takes 18, or we can go over to Espresso Cookie's lab, which takes 6. Pretty sure Espresso Cookie's gonna be pretty pissed knowing that he just got fired. But we can still push on. With also a comment from Draco saying, honestly, I think it's genius for Queen Amanda to be the honest nobility of a paladin to catch Chocolate Drizzle off guard and take the medal last second. Also, I'm glad that they didn't take the generic Cookie Run tournament route, where they make the new cookies of the update win, but considering that they're criminals, wouldn't make much sense. Still glad they did something new and fun for the Triple Cone Cup trio, while also having some other cookies showing up too, but great video as always. I feel like if it was, like, good cookies instead of, like, you know, the trio being evil, I feel like they could deserve the win, but of course, we're not going to make the bad people win immediately. Considering how the update only lasts for like a little bit of time, even though this update has been lasting for like so long, obviously they need to have some leeway with that. But anyway, also, Linda Geo left a comment saying, question of the day, it didn't snow in my country. Wow. I wish I was at your country. I'm not trying to dox, but like, Joe, that sounds like a country I should be a part of. And also, I'm Alice left a comment saying, hi. Hello, Alice. How are you doing? Anyway, that's basically all the comments for the video, surprisingly enough. So, I guess we'll go ahead and just see what's happening in Espresso Cookie's lab. I still feel bad, but like, it wasn't even his choice. I, Espresso Cookie, am fired from researching the magic candy. Is this really happening? Me? Jobless. Without my research, I'll become just like Madeleine Cookie. No, this magic candy research project is mine. It is my duty as a researcher to see it through. Never underestimate how far a scientist will go for the project. Never. I don't like the sounds of that. It seems like he's definitely going to go off the deep end. But it seemed like more of a post-story thing. Because I'm not sure if that's going to lead to anything like super severe upcoming in the future. But all I know is there's still a lot more story to go up ahead of us. So I think while we still have the time, we need to check out what's going on in Mansion Custard, because we're most likely going to see that playing stupid Elder Custard again, because I hate him so much.
Report! How is the research progressing?
We've received reports that the Institute of Thaumaturgy is proceeding to create pearl candies. The pearls needed for this endeavor have been provided by Elder Oyster Cookie.
Using something as expensive as pearls? Ha! Clotted cream cookie! Boldness bordering on audacity. First magic candies, and now pearl candies. What else can be created by harnessing the power of Soul Jam? And the Soul Jam is being guarded at the Institute of Thaumaturgy?
Yes, Elder Custard Cookie.
The unlimited power and possibilities of Soul Jam. As long as we have access, we must seize every opportunity presented to us. Every moment counts. Before these assailants in white masks attempt another heist, the Soul Jam must remain secure. Guards! Place the Institute of Thaumaturgy under lockdown. No one gets in or out unless screened and authorized. Surround the Institute and keep it under armed guard at all times. Starting today, House Custard itself will safeguard the Soul Jam.
Yeah, I think the correct term is imprisoning it, because now it's... You know, the moments that the ancients hear about that, yeah, the entirety of House Custard is screwed. Oh, and by the way, that's now going to make it harder for even Espresso Cookie to get back in. Because now we have access to going back to Mansion Custard, which is going to take us another 10. We can go to the Monument Spire, which takes 10, or the Divine Sanctum, which takes 23. So I'm assuming the Divine Sanctum is our next stop, but we're going to be saving that for another video because, well, we already made enough progress here as it is. But, at least I know what to call this one. Espresso Cookie gets plumbing fired. But anyway, with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Run content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future, and also down below in the description, you'll see links to all of my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Run YouTube set for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise, you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly, a link to my Ko-fi, where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.